Set. Get 19. Check 53. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Valvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
What? 54. Safety's creeping. Bang. Bang. 59. Bang. Bang. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Good set. 19. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 124. Watch the slant. Wide. Get wide. Switch. Okay. Hey, 59.
On 2nd down, Kamara. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Benson Mayowa drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the 1st-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Now! 180! Hey, we're good! 180! Express! Check 50, check 50.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw is Watson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. He's crazy. He's off ball. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Check 13.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part and got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Carr. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Raiders.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Who's right, Chief? Hey, Raider 2. Hey, Wahoo!
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
One set. Check 29.
Now they'll throw with Carr. This will be caught inside the 10. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go. Mike, number 50.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. It's complete to Brown, right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes. And they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
Throwing his car on third down. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Watson, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Watson to throw on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And that's caught inside the 35. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not.
And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Watson.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Incomplete. Well, the intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, but it'll be 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You think you gonna get this? Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Line him up. Rush in, rush in. Rush in. 25.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The gain of 39 that time. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here's Jones. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. They'll run on first down. Richard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Carr completes it. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Texans scoop it.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked a little tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Kill. Watch twist. Kill. Check. High 31. Fresno.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. From his linebacker spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go with Washington to begin the drive. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Barthema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Jam. 6-6, pull it high.
Shotgun now for Carr. From left side, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Ain't no time now.
Throwing again is Watson. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr going for it all. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown Raiders. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slings one that's incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson steps away to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
40 down. 41 Mike. 180. Hey, we're good. 180.
Carr going to throw here. Going to look deep for Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, He's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw his car. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Next to score, Raiders 36, Texans 21. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Motion, motion, motion.
At 59.
Check 6 guys.
At 59.
Under 10. Under
At 54.
check 31. Check 31.
54. Down and up.
On first down, Watson. And the Raiders have got him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Watson on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Set. At 54. 18.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches. If they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3.